Good morning. My name is Jose Arbayo. I'm Public Information Specialist for the Riverside Department of Public Health, and I'm here because we are going to be talking about a critical health issue involving a recent surge of child drownings in Riverside County. The numbers are sobering. So far this year, in 2018, we've had 7, and of course the 4th of July holiday is coming up. The county supervisors formed the Riverside County Water Safety Coalition several years ago when we had a surge of child drownings, and the goal was to coordinate our efforts to help the community in child drownings. The work continues and has a new urgency with the recent surge in child drownings. As I said, the 4th of July holiday is coming up this week, and I want to thank you guys for coming out. Our first speaker today is Lake Elsinore Mayor Natasha Johnson. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Natasha Johnson, and I am the mayor for the city of Lake Elsinore. Welcome. Today we stand as having the largest natural fresh body of water behind us, our beautiful lake. But today we're here not to enjoy just the lake, but to spread awareness for a very important message. The 4th of July is just around the corner, and water seems to be the focus of fun. Our visitors, we need you to take this very seriously. We urge you to be ready for water safety and keep your eyes, even at all times, just a second, that's all it takes. As a mother of 3 boys, it breaks my heart to hear that this year we've already lost 7 lives in the county. This is far too many young lives due to drowning. By taking these steps you're going to hear about today, we can prevent these unfortunate tragedies. I'd like to thank all our public safety officials. I'd like to thank our law enforcement and especially our emergency personnel. What they do every day to keep us safe, we are a community that is very blessed. With that, I'll say thank you and God bless.
Good morning. I'm Kim Sarwatari, the Director of Public Health for Riverside County. This morning I want to talk to you about 7 lost lives. There was a 6-year-old boy from Jurupa Valley who drove his battery-operated car into the backyard pool. He was underwater for 10 minutes before he was found. There was a 9-year-old girl from Palm Desert who fell into the water while chasing a tennis ball. Mom was doing laundry and didn't even realize that her daughter had slipped out. There were twin 17-month-old girls from Moreno Valley. One died and the other suffered severe neurological damage after falling into the backyard pool. Mom and Dad were sleeping, both thinking that the other was watching the children. A 1-year-old boy from Indio, a 9-year-old girl from Paris, a 6-year-old boy from Moreno Valley, a 2-year-old boy from Corona. Far too many children have already drowned this year. 7 lives lost, 7 broken families grieving over an unimaginable loss. We're here today because of a public health crisis in Riverside County. It has not only taken 7 children so far, but it has left many other families dealing with the pain and anguish of a child who has suffered severe brain damage. For years, we've told the community that childhood drowning is 100% preventable, and we've asked parents, guardians, and anyone responsible for watching over children to be alert all the time when around a body of water. In fact, the slogan for our Water Safety Coalition is drowning prevention. Pay attention, drowning prevention. But that message has apparently not gotten through enough. We still have children drowning. There have been 21 other instances this year in which the child was revived, but now faces years of struggle as families cope with the impact of brain damage. Dr. Michael Masiska will talk more about this in just a few minutes. But think about this. Since 2011, there have been 300 incidents in Riverside County in which a child survived a drowning. In some cases after they stopped breathing or had no pulse. Some of those children still struggle every day. I am a mother of 3, and I can't comprehend the loss of a child or the heartache of seeing a once promising life reduced to a daily struggle to breathe, or having to learn how to walk again, or having to learn how to talk again. So we're here today to reinforce our drowning prevention message. We will double our efforts to reach parents, grandparents, guardians, anyone who's responsible for watching out for our children, whatever it takes. Today we have several resources here that include information on free swimming lessons for children of all ages, educational material for young and old, water whistles like the one I'm wearing here, so that people who are watching over children can have this and call attention if somebody goes under, life jacket giveaways. In the end, however, it falls on you, the community, to protect the youngest among us. As we prepare for the 4th of July holiday and the rest of the summer, please remember to never be distracted. Know where the children are at all times when there's a body of water nearby. Don't assume that somebody else is watching your child. Please, we don't want to have any more childhood drownings. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Todd Phillips. I'm the CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department Elsinore Battalion Chief. We are here today to join our public safety and public health partners in bringing awareness to the alarming number of pediatric and adult drownings taking place in Riverside County. Drowning is 100% preventable. Children and adults are drowning in pools, spas, tubs, lakes, and vessels of all types at an alarming rate. Our goal is to raise awareness for the parents and water watchers that their number one priority when children are in and around water is to keep an eye on the children. Please stay alert when children are around water. Designate a sober, responsible adult to supervise them. Firefighters, law enforcement, and EMS respond far too often to drownings. And tragically, in most cases, they don't survive. The emotional pain is all too real, and first responders share in this emotional pain with the family, and it never goes away. Please join us in reducing the numbers of drownings by raising awareness, by becoming a water watcher, and please keep your eye on children when they're in the water. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Masiska. I'm the medical director for Riverside University's emergency department. And I come here today as both a parent and as an emergency room physician. And I come to speak to you on behalf of my EMS colleagues and law enforcement and ER doctors, both in our county and throughout the country. We know that 4,000 people a year die from drownings. And in this county alone, we've had 7 pediatric deaths. And so that means for us that 7 times this year alone, and we're halfway through the year, one of my ER partners has had to go in to a family after a full resuscitation and doing everything that our technology and our abilities as healthcare providers allow us to do, and explain to the family that in spite of all of our efforts, in spite of everything that we could do, that we were not able to revive their child, and their child has died. Drowning amongst 0 to 4-year-olds is the leading cause of accidental death in this country. 7 kids alone this year have died of drownings, and another 20 have experienced significant injuries. And so our hope today is to convey to you, as much as we love the ocean and the lakes and our swimming pools, as great of a celebration as the 4th of July weekend is going to be, we need everybody to be vigilant because prevention is critical. The reason for the number of deaths is that it takes sometimes a small amount of water and a very little amount of time to be underwater and submerged before the airway gets blocked and the brain gets deprived of oxygen. And so timing is critical. And as good as our trauma services and our EMS team is, that little amount of time, as little as 10 minutes of time where your child is deprived of oxygen or adult deprived of oxygen, can result in permanent brain injury or permanent death. And so we ask that you keep your children within arm's reach, that you keep an eye constantly on them when they're swimming or in pools of water. We ask that you check your pool gates and make sure that they're locked and that your pools are up to code. We ask that in teenagers and particularly adults, anybody that's in a body of water this weekend and thereafter not to be drinking or consuming alcohol. And we want everyone to have a very safe holiday and keep their children safe. So we thank you for this opportunity, and we hope and pray that our children would be happy and healthy. Thank you.
And so rather than have our speakers stand in the sun for more time, if you have questions afterwards, they will be here, we'll be here. I do want to emphasize the programs that we have here for display, the CPR, and the water watchers, whistles. And I, again, thank you for coming out today. I did want to acknowledge everybody from CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Department, Riverside County Environmental Health Department, Riverside University Health System Public Health, Riverside University Health System Medical Center, and First 5 Riverside. And I do want to also mention that we have a couple of people from First 5 with Yvonne Suarez, who's the Deputy Director, and also Diana Walsh-Royce, who's a Commissioner. Right? Is that correct? Thank you. Anyway, so thank you very much, and we'll be available for questions in the shade, hopefully, when we can get out of the sun. Thank you very much.